What's going on, folks? JJ here. Got a show for you. Before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, been here before, you ain't hit that subscribe button yet, please take a moment of your time, go right down below, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so when I do drop a video, you'll be notified. What am I going to talk about tonight? Well, I'm going to talk about Sammy Gravano versus the Italian-American Civil Rights League in New Jersey, not the one in New York, but we'll go over that in a few minutes. Now, as you know, a few weeks ago, Jeff Canarsie, released a story about how the Italian American Civil Rights League in New Jersey was going to go after Sammy the Bull over FX's decision to air and work with Sammy Gravano a series concerning the Mafia and his mob ties and mob stories and all that happy horse shit. But, it is what it is. So let's get a few things straight here. And let me get my trusty cup of coffee right here. My trusty cup of coffee. Colombian. No cream, no sugar. So, like I said, Jeff Canarsie did a video about the Italian American Civil Rights League in New Jersey. He was going to go after Sammy Gravano. A little while later, so did James Proctor release a video about it, and then Jeff Nadeau talked about it. And for the folks who don't know, there is two Italian American Civil Rights Leagues. One in New Jersey, the one that's going after Sammy Gravano, and there's one in New York. Now, the one in New York says it is stated that it started in 1974. Well, we know Joe Colombo started it in 1970, and then we know what happened to him. Anyway, the reason why they're so different is, I guess, because of political issues. I'm going to read a little quick statement. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can read it as well. This is Brooklyn, New York. The Italian American Civil Rights League, Canarsie Incorporated, that's the one in New York, having its address at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, denies any association with the Italian American Civil Rights League Incorporated, despite the similarity in name. The Italian American Civil Rights League, Canarsie Incorporated, emphasizes that is entirely separated entity. It's a separate entity, and has no affiliation with the Italian American Civil Rights League Incorporated. Likewise, the Italian American Civil Rights League, Canarsie Incorporated, did not and does not make any statement regarding the presidential and vice presidential candidate. And it says that it's basically a charitable, local, community-based program or provider concerning itself with youth involvement, after-school programming, and summer camp, etc. The lady who is the director of the Italian American Civil Rights League in Canarsie, New York, has stated that there seems to be an Italian American Civil Rights League with a location in New Jersey, which is not us. I am not sure who those folks are, but they are not associated with or part of our organization. There you have it. It seems to be political. And I'm not going to get into it, but you can hear they really don't want to be a part of the one in New Jersey. And I don't think really the one in New Jersey wants to be a part of the one in New York. All right. Now, so here's the statement that was given. I'm going to read just some of it by the Italian American Civil Rights League in New Jersey, the one that's going after Sammy Gravano. They did a press release, and I'll put it up on the screen for you. It says Italian American Civil Rights League condemns FX's decision to air a new series on notorious Mafia hitman Sammy the Bull Gravano. And of course, it goes over that he's responsible for 19 murders. We know that. Two of them, which ended up being actually innocent people. And that would have been Alan Kaiser and Nicky Scibetta. Talk about he's a convicted drug dealer. According to Time magazine, after Gravano's arrest for drug dealing. It was at the height, police estimate, that was selling as many 10,000 pills a week, raking in almost $1 million a month. Then it goes on to talk about, of course, the notorious Bull 19 t-shirt, um, which had many of states turn evidence. His hands remain stained with the blood of 19 victims. He memorializes this wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with Bull 19 on his podcast. Well, he since then has took that thing down, and for a while, even after that, he was still wearing the Bull 19 shirt. I think since then he has stopped wearing the shirt. But let's look at this. The Bull 19 shirt, according to Sammy, when at the height of it, and he was all giddy about it, was actually started out as a license plate. He claims was created by his son Gerard, and that they decided that, hey, it'd be a good idea to make a T-shirt out of this. Bull 19, I killed 19 people. Okay. What the Italian American Civil Rights League wants to do is, one, try to stop FX from going into partnership with Sammy the Bull Gravano for a new series on his life, or maybe he's going to be a consultant for other stories. The one of the things you got to understand is, since Sammy has come out, his podcast has turned into basically historical fiction. Some of it's based off histories, some of he's changed. So would this series be any different from that? No. Historical fiction, that's all it's going to be, especially with Sammy. Another thing too, they're thinking about doing a lawsuit, Son of Sam lawsuit, concerning the 19 victims and the T-shirt, and him making money off his podcast and everything else, telling those stories just like he did in the book. The difference is, in the book, he doesn't really talk or name Alan Kaiser in it, but in his podcast, he has talked about Alan Kaiser. As you know, I did a video not too long ago where the family of Alan Kaiser was on Gerard Marone's, I hope I pronounced his name right, was on his show talking about the effect of Alan being killed, what they went through, how it was. It was really bad. And I can't excuse, there's no excuse for it. Sammy got away with 19 murders. Now, some people will say, well, it finally caught up with him. He did 17 almost at Arizona. So he did some time. He paid the price somewhat. That's bullshit. He did 17 years because he decided to be a drug dealer. And we know from the rumors, and if you want to believe gas pipe Caso's rumors, that Sammy was dealing drugs. And you got to remember too, has Sammy been involved with drugs going back before then? Well, when John Gotti was in prison, one of Sammy's associates, had an issue with drugs and was going to get killed. And the Gambino family got John to step in and work out a deal so Sammy's friend or associate wouldn't get killed or beat up or whatever. So we know that Sammy, his thing with drugs has gone back a long way. That's just the facts. Now, one of the concerns I've got with the whole issue with the Italian American Civil Rights League, and it's a legitimate concern. One of the things I want to know, are they going after Sammy on behalf of the 19 victims and their families? Is it legitimate? That's a question that has to be asked. It's a fair question. I'm not saying they're doing it for the good of the family or for the bad, but that's one of the questions we need to ask. What is the intentions? Is this being driven by the Gottis? Because Gerard Morone is a lawyer for the Gotti family. And he has ties as part of the Italian American Civil Rights League in New Jersey. Is Chris Colombo, who does not like Sammy Gravano, Sammy the Bull. He don't like him. Is he doing this out of the good of his heart? I mean, there's a lot of questions here. What is the end game here? Are they going to actually try to get some compensation for the victims that are left, or the families of the victims that are left of the 19 murders Sammy Gravano was involved in? We know the first time that they tried to go after him, Alan Kaiser's family got left out of it. I don't know what happened, if it was because he wasn't specifically named in the book, but it was kind of referenced that what he did to Alan. So that's one of my main concerns. Are they going to help out the Kaiser family? Are they going to make them a part of it? Because I know the Kaiser family's been on Morone's podcast. I know, from what I understood, he's talked or had other family members of the 19 victims on. I think the Melitos, DiBernardos, which, let's face it, DiBernardo, he was a child porn peddler. It goes all the way back to the 1960s. He was found guilty of it, state level. Check out the story behind Young Stuff. He personally had a hand in getting that up started. It was a little magazine that had child porn in it. So I think out of all the 19 victims, that's probably the one I really don't feel sorry for. I hate his family has to go through it, of course, but him himself, nah. You know, he peddled child porn, got what he deserved. That's my opinion. And it's harsh, I know, but hey, it is what it is. So, like I said, the main thing is I'm worried about is this going to be done for the right reasons. Listen, Sammy's no angel, and we know that Roger Stone is a Trump guy. And I noticed that Sammy there for a while was trying to hit him off at the pass by his support of Donald Trump. He's put out these little shorts. Those have disappeared since then. That's happened. So, like I said, it's going to be interesting. I hope they're doing it for the right reasons, but yeah, Bull 19, he was celebrating. And then people like Mikey Scars and several other content creators started calling him out on it. All of a sudden, it disappeared. He wore the shirt for a little while, but then it disappeared. So it's going to be interesting what happens here, folks. I can't wait, because my issue is Sammy is changing or rewriting history. You can go look at what John Gleason had to say about Sammy, reason why Sammy flipped. Look at all this stuff. Go listen to the Ravenite tapes. They're a totally different version than what Sammy's telling. And if you look at it too, most of the people who Sammy tells stories about can no longer speak because they're no longer with us. So it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. God, I'm having flubs with the words today. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. Go check out some of the videos I've done on Sammy and his rewriting of history. Definitely Bailey issue. I got a category in there. Anyway, I'm fixed to head on out. If you like this video, go right down below, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me what you think, how I can improve it, whatever. And if you want to support the channel, right down below on the right hand side is a little super thanks icon that you can click on it and donate whatever you want. If you don't want to donate nothing, that's fine. Also, I do have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and a link if you want to buy me a cup of coffee. And that's it, folks. Remember, when it comes to doing the right thing, helping others out, making this world a better place, try it. It does work. And I'm out here. Bye bye.